Just been to register myself as a Jew. I really love the Dutch people. We all line up in the school corridor. A young man ushers us in 2 by 2, places an arm around some of us in a protective, anything but condescending gesture. Inside, the place is bathed in sunlight. From the classroom next door, we hear children singing. A lady asks whether children below the age of 15 have to register as well. One of them says with a cheerful grin, "Even if they're just 1 hour old, madam." And then there was Speer, this therapist, this palm reader. He, the Jew, here in Amsterdam, all the way from Berlin to help people find inner peace. He would harness my inner chaos. And in just 1 week, he works wonders with me, in spite of myself. My poet, Rilke, says to God, "Your first word of all was light, and time began. Then for long you were silent. Your second word was man, and fear began, which grips us still. Are you about to speak again? I don't want your third word."
In the beginning, you had said, she was talking about the inner chaos. It's
wow, no one's brought that up. The inner chaos.
It's so easy when all that's going on inside of you to be like, well, why is God letting this happen to me, and to lose your faith? And instead, she clung to that.
She finds it.
Yes,
right. And clung. I like your word.
She's having a battle with her faith, her flesh, her mind state. She knows that she has no physical power over it, but yet her spiritual power sees her through this.
Yeah. You get her. Right.
Just talk about why you think she was so drawn to Rilke.
First of all, he's a great poet. It's just so simple and profound. I'm wondering, who's God? Talk about a question, right? And I wonder if, I've been wondering lately if God is, for her, Rilke's God. That God. Transports from Amsterdam have stopped. They're now starting in Rotterdam. Help them. God, help the Rotterdam Jews. My parents. Oh, dear God. My parents. You cannot help us. I shall have to help you, God. Dear Han, the journey back to Westerbork was pleasant enough. It's pouring rain when we arrive. We're ushered into a hall, which isn't what used to happen, where our suitcases are searched by the military police. I open my little bag with the Quran and the Talmud. They don't bother with it. After that, the endless march again through the barracks in the mud. Tuesday's the train. The young boy thought he was safe. That was his mistake. And then when he realized he was going to have to go anyway, he panicked and ran off. His fellow Jews had to hunt him down. If they didn't find him, scores of others would be put on the transport in his place. He was caught soon enough, hiding in a tent. But all those others had to go anyway, as a deterrent, they said. Naturally, few followed the example of the man who packed his suitcase and went on transport of his own accord. When asked why, he said he wanted the freedom to decide to go when he wanted to go.
The environment that all of us ladies are in now, we suffer with that every day. If someone does something wrong in here, we all get punished for it.
But then you said that there was a man who packed a suitcase and chose to go on that freight train.
That man, that's of interest to her, because she's saying this idea that even though she has no freedom, freedom still exists. She doesn't have it, but she knows it exists.
It's awesome that you could come here and do this play, because people like us need to see this, because sometimes we are trapped and slaves of the things that we're going through. So freedom and forgiveness is what I got out of it.
I actually think we all are trapped in whatever, our baggage or whatever.
Do you see yourself any kind of similarities to her? Because you play this role very well, like it's you, and not somebody else.
I have to say that the ways that I'm unlike her are very hard for me. I mean, I'm more aware of those. Like this came up this morning, but she was solidly middle class. Like she was even kind of on the high end of middle class. I grew up in the projects. So that's been very hard for me. You know, I wish that I had her upbringing.
The line that connected for me so deeply with what's going on in Charleston, imagining the congregation there asking the same question that Etty asked, to have enough love within oneself to be able to forgive God.
All I've been thinking about the last few days has been what happened in Charleston, and I have to say that the play today that's where it was.
It reminds me that we've all been in prison, and I find myself constantly complaining about things. Death was in her future, and I have a light at the end of the tunnel. I know I'm going home soon, you know, and I still find things on a daily basis to complain about. And when I look at her character, it's like, how dare me, you know, how dare me complain about these simplistic things when I really should be grateful for the things that I have. And that's really what I saw in this play. And